All right, so good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning, and welcome to a beautiful Wednesday. This is a very interesting Wednesday. We're going to have the Minister of Homeland Security on via the phone line. So we're going to give him a call at around 6:30. All right, and we will chat with him about that expansion of the TTPS, the SOE, this latest drama that has taken place at immigration there. That was in the news yesterday with some racket that was running. I'll see if I get more information on that. We, of course, want to know what's going on in Tobago with this missing 2-year-old Angelo. And, of course, there was a report that was sent to me yesterday. I just want a few questions on that I have that I will put to the Minister. So Minister Roger Alexander will join us at 6:30 a.m. And then, of course, we have Pastor John in the second hour. We'll try to fill the gap between the Minister and Pastor John with some phone calls. And we have a nice feature from Moses Avenue, which is going to give you all an understanding of what I've been talking about with community development and its attachment to crime and dealing with crime. But we'll get to that when the time is here. In the meantime, there were a lot of things that happened yesterday. Let me just take a moment here to explain to one of the viewers who put a question about houses being sold on the open market, like Victoria Keys with the landmark TT issue, right? And I see here in the paper this morning another landmark TT challenge. This is beginning to get, you know, just totally ridiculous now. But nevertheless, we'll get to that in time to come. Your concerns about houses being sold through the public-private partnership on the open market to people like Ralph Gonzalez. All right, so let me explain you what happened. Victoria Keys, the situation with Victoria Keys was very different. HGC's mandate is to provide subsidized housing for low-income earners. So that falls within a $700,000 to $900,000 bracket. That is what a low-income earner will be able to afford, a house within that range. All right? However, Victoria Keys, as I remember, was a project, I believe, under Housing Minister Rudal Munilal, or it may have started under Manning, I can't remember. And then Munilal and they continued it, and then, right? I just had to go back and check the specifics with when it started and that kind of thing. But what they wanted to do with, or what I was intended to do, from my recollection, if I'm not mistaken, Munilal may have said this, don't hold me to this, that this was a project that would be, you know, it would give people some better housing then, better apartments than the ones that they were accustomed building for people, right? So they wanted to give people, you know, uplift people a little bit and give them some better apartments. However, when the government changed in 2015, the Rowley administration saw this project, and the apartments were worth more than the market, more than the value of 900,000. So it was so good that it could have been sold for 1.2, which eventually it was, right? So they were more high-end apartments, which was outside the scope of HGC, somewhat. So, like I said, HGC, their mandate, 700 to 900,000. These apartments, when in Victoria Keys, were above that price bracket, okay? And because it was above that price bracket and it was sold on the open market, of course you have to qualify for these things. So a low-income earner that could afford a house between 700,000 and 900,000 would not have been able to qualify for those types of apartments, all right? Now we could say, well, maybe they shouldn't have built it so high-end or whatever the case might be, but it is what it is, all right? And that is when the Rowley administration decided to sell it on the open market, and that is how Ralph Gonzalez would have been able to purchase one of those apartments because of the price bracket where it was at. So he would have been able to qualify for an apartment. Well, not him, but I think it's his wife, because the wife have citizenship in Trinidad. Right? So he would have been able to qualify for that price. Now, a man like a Ralph Gonzalez or somebody who could qualify for a $1.5 million apartment will not be able to qualify for a $700,000 to $900,000 house. They would be overqualified. Therefore, they would not be able to purchase within that bracket. It's as simple as that. It's a bracket where the houses are priced at. And these houses will be priced at anywhere between $700,000 and $900,000. Right? Because if you live in, realistically, if you are living with, let's say you and your wife, you're living in a house as a couple, and you are earning $6,000 each a month, that's $12,000. At $700,000 to $900,000, you'll still be able to pay your mortgage, maybe a little car payment, send your children to school, ABC, XYZ, right? And the average public servant, as we learned from Leroy Batiste, when he was president of the PSA and he's now the Minister of Labor, is that the average public servant works for approximately $5,000 a month, on average, right? That's an average, eh? I didn't say in all public servants, but that's the average. Anywhere between $45,000 and $6,000 a month, right? They would fall within there on an average, okay? So that would be where, that is what they would be able to afford, anywhere between $700,000 and $900,000. So anybody who earning $10,000 a month, $12,000 a month, whatever the case is as an individual, they would be overqualified. So they would not have the opportunity to purchase any one of those houses. As it relates to the deed will be given upon the purchase of the house, right? So it's a simple process. So if you have and Beverly Khan, who's the procurement regulator, we will see if your mask will fall off, eh? Because you can't tell me that all of a sudden, the PNM seems to know about the OPR. All of a sudden, the OPR is a thing. The OPR was established in 2023. Let's get that clear, right? I think it was around April 2023, somewhere around there. So, during 23-24, according to what Saddam said in the parliament, they gave out $6.8 billion in contract by sole select. Handpicked. To the point where a man who known for renting tent get a contract to build house in Trestrail. Right? And nobody could use those houses now because they have many issues with those houses because safety and otherwise, right? Good. So, did the OPR not have any problems with those contracts going out? Under sole select, $6.8 billion, no competitive tendering process, nothing at all. So here you have this project, and I'm trying to figure out again, as another landmark TT challenge, Moruga activist objects to selective tendering for $150 million Kuva housing project. In response, minister says OPR will soon have many questions to answer. And Saddam responded to them here, right, as it relates to this next objection. So everything that the government tries to do in terms of providing housing, the opposition is going to find some activists to oppose and then represent, because he's going to be represented by Kareem Marcel, right? And do what? Stall the process of people getting homes? I'm trying to figure out what is the end game here. Again, what is all your end game? To delay the construction of homes and the distribution of homes? So a year down the road, they could say, well, how much house will they build and how much house will they distribute, and the government wouldn't be able to answer, and all they would be that like a road march. What is the political end game? What is the purpose of this? To deny people housing? And the reason why I ask that is because it is all well and good for checks and balances to take place when taxpayers' dollars are at risk. But there are no taxpayers' dollars at risk here. Not 1 cent out of the treasury is being spent on these projects. So I'm still trying to establish, it must have merit to these objections. So if no taxpayers' dollars is being spent, what is the problem? What is the problem? I'm really, really trying to figure this out, you know. If you are objecting or putting the objection before the OPR based on protecting the public purse, I could understand that. But it have no public purse to protect. That's the long and short of it. And how a man who is known for renting tents could get a big contract like Terrestrial under the PNM with no questions asked, no red flag raised by the OPR, but people who are legitimately registered with the OPR for several years in the construction sector, all of a sudden, hold on, we had to check, what is going on? I had a laugh, yes. Anyhow, let the chips fall where they may. That is all. And I'm just showing people, look, yesterday we had somebody, the last caller yesterday spoke about Sport TT. And I saw some clip with Hans Levines talking about Sport TT and no funding to this. I saw some clip there yesterday, somebody sent it to me. And I want to know what it is he talking about, because yesterday morning in real time, as soon as the caller said that, because I carry on a sports show, the Fifth Officials, it's aired here every Thursday from 8 p.m., right? Where Shane, Ross, and I, we deal with sports, right? And I've always been into sport. As a matter of fact, on Friday, we're going to have a nice little sporting, some tips. We're going to bring Titi Betterina will be on board. I had a call will be on that. Only remind me of that after the show. I already had it because we had to start that on Friday. They're ready to start from Friday, and I don't want to miss this window, right? But I'm just saying, as a man who into sports, not just from a 5K standpoint, the 5K is something I decided to throw as a fundraiser and that kind of thing, but I really, football is my thing, cricket, I really grew up playing football and cricket. You understand what I'm saying? Amongst other sports, I play volleyball, I play badminton, you understand? I play basketball. All down in the courts in the back by Barataria there. You understand what I'm telling you? It's a real sport I play. My mother was a hockey player, my father was a footballer, my grandfather was a cricketer. So it's just embedded in me, you understand? But I'm just saying, I also have a passion for sports. So when I hear that yesterday, I know that I have had conversations with the Minister of Sport, and I know he has said that he has ruled out A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and he's working on W, X, Y, and Z, right? So I was very taken aback by that yesterday. Only to contact AV, which is the minister's secretary. I said, AV, what is I hearing about Sport TT and no funding for this and the primary school league? And she said, but Stephanie, primary school league going on right now, hardball cricket. We have the Java program coming in July, August. And there is the track and field, the primary school track and field meet that's coming up as well, that we have going on. What you talking about? She confused. It's the same thing when they come and tell you about the Hilton looking to leave, and then boom, they're building a Hilton down in South. One set of noise over the Blue Wave Harmony, the boat operating, 2 truckers complain, 2. Out of how much ever passengers the boat does transport back and forth on how much ever vehicle, 2 of them they interview, in a whole article, 2 truckers. To which I had to message the minister yesterday morning, Miss John, what is going on here? What happened to the Blue Wave Harmony? She said, well, Stephanie, Blue Wave Harmony operated like normal. It had a toilet issue, it was clogged, but that was sorted out. So what is going on? Anyhow, 7 people are now in custody as he search for missing Angelo Widens. I am beginning to think that child was taken by the sea. You can't tell me that you have this wide search taking place on land and you have found no trace of a body. I would have to start to believe that body was in the sea. and that the current, because given the water, the rough waters that I saw in the video that we were looking at Monday, that type of water and that current could have pulled, remember it's a little child, it's a 2-year-old, it's no big 6-foot, 7-foot man or woman or whatever, is a child. So that current could have pulled that body anywhere. Right? I just saying, I just starting to believe that unless that body washes up on shore or surfaces or somehow, and well, of course there are the other elements in the ocean that, will feed. But I'm just saying, I am beginning to believe that could be the case, because you search the whole dump, you see the guy information that the child in the dump, and you go into the dump, and anyhow, we go talk to Roger about that in a little bit. I'll talk to Minister Alexander on that. The mayor, San Fernando mayor, says that the missing San Fernando City Corporation equipment that originally was reported to have gone missing was not missing but misplaced. So apparently, like they make a check. Yeah, I tell you. Like they make a check for some equipment, and they find the equipment. They find the equipment, and apparently they say like somebody got with the equipment. Only to come a few days later and find the equipment. I think it was a jackhammer, and it was a jackhammer and something else, Yeah, he said a jackhammer linked to the matter had been found in the garage, and the compressor, previously believed to be missing, was never unaccounted for. Well, I realized down in South that plenty thing only accounted for, because all them guns that went missing, you understand what I'm saying? All that bacchanal in the municipal police station and thing, like accounted in all the thing, like I don't know. Anyway, what else we have, boy? Gonzalez challenges government over immigration corruption claims. I'll find out about that from Roger Alexander. Spark initiative lights up classrooms in South Trinidad. I thought this was a terrific initiative launched by TNTech. And I tell all Barry working, The Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission has launched its Spark initiative, school partnership for awareness, responsibility, and knowledge. That's the meaning of Spark, right? As part of its 80th anniversary celebrations, introducing secondary school students to careers in the energy sector and modern electricity systems. All right, and the launch took place on Sunday at Naparima College in San Fernando, where Minister in the Ministry of Public Utilities, Clyde Elder, commended the initiative and emphasized the need to prepare young people for a rapidly changing future. Elder said he was inspired by the bright young minds in attendance and stressed that government must actively invest in programs that build innovation, resilience, and readiness. And I agree with that. I think that's where now they should invest. It's a lot of different programs, so a lot of different sectors that needs investment. Sports is one. But then you have the innovative side of things, the creative arts, the technology side of things. All of these things will need investment, and hopefully that comes soon. All right, and we start to see more programs like this taking place to engage these young people. Because young people are interested, It ain't like they sit down twiddling the thumbs, They're interested. But you got to give them something, right? And then I saw this headline circulating all over social media. But let me tell you something, Remember the IMF headline? So, this headline has been circulating. Now, there's the headline they post, IMF says slow growth and higher inflation for TNT in 2026. I do not have time this morning to read the entire article for you. I wish I did, but I don't. But you see that headline is very misleading as it relates to the actual article. And I would encourage you all who have eyes to see and ears to hear, right? Read the entire article. Read it. Because when you read the article, you will realize how misleading the headline is. Okay? I just don't have time to read it, I'm telling you. All right. We got to move on because I want to get to the minister at 6:30. But before I do that, I want to remind you about Keolic. So the Keolic range of products, of course, backed by science, they have over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. And they're all made from that aged garlic extract. And there are several products in the Keolic range that you can visit a pharmacy or a health store and pick up. And they include the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, the cholesterol health, the total heart health, the circulation health, and the Keo green powder drink mix, as well as the probiotics. And they're all made from that aged garlic extract. And, you know, they all provide those health benefits needed to live a strong life, supporting cardiovascular health, immune health, gut health, and much more. So make sure and pick it up at a pharmacy or health store across the country. That is Keolic, all right? And Chef Shiraz, several courses, starting from May the 23rd all the way to the 10th of August. Chef has a lot of courses going on, from baking and pastry to food costing, restaurant and catering workshops, to the international creative cuisine, the certificate in culinary arts, the kids' summer cooking classes. It's all happening at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy, and you can give him a call and get registered today on 372-4639 or 737-5097. All right, so make sure and take the opportunity to check out Chef and those courses. And with that, we're going to take the break. When we come back from the break, we will have Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, joining us via the phone line, and we're going to chat with him about a few things well. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up after this.
Yours truly, Sonny Bling, most random man on the planet, inviting you to a weekend of fun and entertainment. As we say, thank you, David. This weekend, it's all about paying tribute to King David Rudder. June 6th and 7th. Remember the days. Get your tickets now. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, David. See you there.
Thank you, David.
Saturday, June 6th at Napa, Port of Spain. Sunday, June 7th at Sapa, San Fernando.
2 nights, 1 legend, countless unforgettable songs.
Celebrating King David in his presence and performing some of his many hits include Roger George, KV Charles, Christon Joseph, Terry Lyons, Adrian Filbert, Irvin Alves, Chuck Gordon, and many more.
Legends need to be celebrated while they can still hear the applause.
MC Sonny Bling.
Tickets are only $250 and $300. Early bird tickets cost $50 less till the Saturday, May 23rd.
If stocks last, tickets available at IWillNeedTickets.com.
At Crosby St. James,
All Kenny Sports,
All Extra Foods Supermarket,
Westby, Tagarigua, Athletes by the Park,
Jumbo Foods Barataria,
GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight, Tiggermompton Main Road, Fellini Drugs, San Fernando,
Mirage Westside Supermarket in Arima.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, David.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. You need to fly down to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
All right, people, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, and as promised, we are joined by Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, via the phone line this morning. So we're going to bring him in. I want to say good morning to the Minister. Morning, sir. How are you?
Morning. Morning, sir. How are you? And morning to your viewers and listeners across Trinidad and Tobago and elsewhere.
Nice, man. A few things, well, that I want to discuss with you this morning, and we're going to start with the expansion of the TTPS, where you all are proposing to move the amount of officers from 7,884 to I think 10,200. So it has sparked a little debate. And in terms of that debate, I see that one former commissioner of police is saying it should be about systems and accountability, while you have criminologists saying, well, look, more boots on the ground could improve the crime control efforts. Is it one, the other, or a little bit, or a bit of both?
Well, I am not an attention seeker.
All right.
Nor am I operating like a bat where I operate upside down and sometimes urinating on my own head.
Okay.
However, what I can tell you is this. For quite a number of years, the population of Trinidad and Tobago was estimated at 1.2 million people.
Right.
Now we are looking at 1.5. How can we now police a population of 1.5 with the same strength that was given back in the day? That's just one of the situations. Now, I heard people speak about technology. Fine, technology is good, but technology also needs that hands-on approach. You cannot. Let us get real. So you have a number of cameras at your home. Persons are still jumping your wall. They are on mass, and so they're going. That type of behavior. And if you had someone there, things might have been different.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we're saying. Sometimes technology needs to demand. If you're living in a world or a country whereby persons respect the rule of law and respect the life of others, then you have no need to have a lot of police officers. But then I, as the Homeland Security Minister, did not inherit that type of citizen.
Okay.
So now I have to reconstruct, reconfigure, and redesign the whole national security apparatus to accommodate persons or situations that exist now in order for us to build a community and improve lives of persons. That is what we're about.
Okay. So let me just ask you this. What is the turnover of the police service? Like right. How many people leave, how many people retire at any one point in time? And how is that gap filled? Because I know officers have to go through, 6 months of training?
Right. My friend, the attrition rate speaks to this. If you and I and all the persons in your studio join the police around the same time, so let's say we are bordering 19, 20 years.
Right.
Then when the time comes for us to leave, nearly all of us will be leaving around the same time. Some before because they have vacation leave into retirement. Some go off straight to retirement and then they go into pre-retirement and all of that. So we're looking at, in the space of probably 3 months, 4 months, 150 gone.
Okay.
But it takes 6 months or more to train a police officer to replace those persons. So this is one of the situations that we have found ourselves in. And also, because of the type of crime now, a lot of sections have to be created. Cybercrime, just one of them, and a number of different, even persons now, home invasion team and all of that. We have to put together these teams to treat the crimes and criminality as it pops up.
Okay.
So now that we are in this position, we are using the same pool, the same manpower from the pool already existing. That cannot work well. We need boots on the ground. At this time, my friend, we have a project with the PAXO unit where persons are asking for crime plans. And it to me is a joke because I was a police officer and I know where that goes. What I tell them is this. I told them recently, the first stage of the crime plan is prevention.
Right.
And where do you get that? How can you manifest that into something real and positive? It starts at the home level. So at this time we are entering schools, we are entering communities because we understand that the problem exists at home and comes out or spills out onto the nation streets. So the first thing we do is the preventative measure, prevention. Then you go into where you intercept certain things, and the last resort must be detention.
Okay. That's the last resort.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the last resort, but some person's behavior has brought it forward, skipping all the rest, and you'll have no choice but to detain persons to prevent them from behaving in a particular way.
Let me ask you something. Now, you have been up, you in the police service during the time where we had the influx of Venezuelans during that period of time, right?
Yes.
And I know as Minister of Homeland Security under this administration, you have initiated the migrant registration process. Now, I know that process was taking place, and I think the last number I heard was like 16,000 or something, so migrants had come out and registered. Where is that registration process at, one? And two, how much of an impact has that influx from Venezuela to Trinidad and Tobago contributed to the crime situation in Trinidad?
That question seems to be overlooked by persons who were here before. It is quite obvious. You're seeing it on videos. Your investigators have spoke about it. You're seeing persons armed with firearms committing robberies, a number of issues. They were out of control, and in fact, there were nothing put in place to watch over these persons at all. They were depending on the police to do the job. Yeah, do the job. But then we're no longer looking for the regular or normal suspect, the usual suspect.
Right.
We are now looking for persons unknown to us. So that was left in what I would say in a disastrous area, where you left there, and that just created a whole dilemma that we are now reaping that wicked reward for. Right.
Because we have that free trade that was taking place, or that free flow of what I mean, look, Minister Alexander, you know, you would have known when high-powered rifles started hitting the streets in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
AR-15s and AK-47s wasn't a thing, to my knowledge, in the early part of 2000, even maybe up to 2010, 15, 16. But it just had a period of time where all of a sudden that was the weapon of choice, and you had to ask yourself where these weapons were coming from, right? Now, I don't know how the police or the authorities are coming for how much guns they have on the street, but somehow or the other, a figure was given by a former, I think it was the Attorney General at the time, but I don't know how you account for that, but that free flow from Venezuela to Trinidad and Tobago, how we plug in that hole? I know that the U.S. has partnered with Trinidad and Tobago has partnered with the United States of America to get some support with border security, but I mean, how is that going?
Well, two things that you would have asked: the migration registration framework,
yes,
that is continuing and going quite well. We are putting together names and address of persons so we are able to know where persons are and who are these persons. As it relates to the guns coming in, I mean, I'm on your program and I'm trying to avoid the politics of the day as much as I could because I like speaking to the people.
Right.
However, if you have and I like to, this as the Minister of Riddles, if you have a home, very nice home, TV and everything, big TV on the wall and everything nice, all gadgets on the inside, nice. But then you have no doors. What is the purpose of that house? And in other words, what I'm trying to say is you left the borders open to anything, anyone, at any time. How did you expect this to unfold?
Right.
I cannot see it. I cannot see how. So just blame the police, and that is what was going on when I was there. Blame the police for this, blame the police for that. My intention is, I resource the police. I bring them up to full strength, give them the equipment that they want, technology that they need, and then I must hold them accountable for what is happening in the nation's streets.
Okay.
That is my plan.
Right. Now, in terms of that, there is a public trust issue. I mean, even you would admit to that, right? There is a public trust issue for specific reasons with things that people have seen, whether in recent times or in the past. So, I mean, with that expansion to 10,200 officers, what is there a change coming to the process? Is there anything that you all could do with that process to ensure that the people that are being absorbed into the police service are above, of high integrity and will not fall into the realm of being a rogue police officer or somebody that is conducting illegal activities? I mean, is there anything you all could do to improve that process?
Of course, there are a number of things that we are looking at in terms of improving that process. But my friend, let me be honest with you. You cannot come to the organization called the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service or any other organization and have them teach you integrity. That is something that you come with. It must be an asset to the organization that you're representing now. So when persons come there seeking or trying to develop their integrity, well then you already started off bad.
Okay.
Come with your integrity. It is something that you get from the time you were born, from home. It is structured and developed from home, and then go to the organization. So from the time you reach, you land there. Listen, your organization benefits from your integrity almost immediately. So, in other words, we are trying to build on this from persons that we recruit. And that is why it is important for the neighborhood, the community, to start getting or returning the days where they are involved in the development of a child.
Right.
Understand that. And don't send them to the organization so they could help you steal a car and block the road for you. Don't send them to the organization so they could tote weed up the road in the police vehicle. Don't send them to the organization so they could help you thief a gun.
Right.
Then you are destroying your country, you are destroying your family, you are destroying your community. That is what you are doing.
All right. Just a little shift here now to something that is taking place. A lot of people have a lot of concerns about this. I don't know how much you could say on it. But that situation in Tobago, with the 2-year-old Angelo Tobias Plaza, we see a seventh person has now been taken into custody. I was saying this morning, I am starting to believe after this period of time that maybe the body that they thought they saw in the water may have been that of the child, and the current might have taken that to where, I don't even know where it could have pulled that body to. Because the search on land does not seem to be bearing any fruit, but more and more persons are being brought in for questioning. Is there any update as it relates to that particular situation in Tobago there?
I know that the investigation continues, and it's at this stage where a lot of information is coming from members of the public and other persons, and the police is utilizing all arms of national security to assist them, both the intelligence and otherwise. And I also saw a request from our friends and partners.
Okay.
You may be right. There are persons who would have texted me and told me, listen, the water had a lot of this seaweed, as it's called it.
Yeah, the sargassum, yeah.
And at the time, and this is a small body. I'm just saying what persons sent to me because there's no concrete well.
Right.
We got information from what is deemed a legitimate source,
right,
or a credible source, which back in the day which at the time was the fire service.
Right.
They would have made mention of something that they would have observed. Now, again, we have to search all angles. You see people being detained because that is how investigations go. The right type of investigator would do these things in order to unearth the evidence available to the police so they can go forward. Outside of that, we are calling on members of the public to continue assisting the police. Now, understanding this one, there are another stage of the investigation where, and I'm seeing it happening in Trinidad and Tobago now more than ever, where the supporters of the criminal element seems to be focusing on some persons that they are deemed to be persons giving out information that the public like. And as a result of that, they use that channel to mislead members of the public and take them away from a situation on most of the times. And we'll see it coming up. We'll see it come up in not too distant future from now with respect to an investigation. That's all I'll say about that at this time. However, we see they're using persons to angle the investigation, sometimes, if not all the time, the wrong direction. And it is quite obvious now more than ever. But the Tobago police is doing a fantastic job in terms of trying to unearth what exactly took place.
Right.
And that's the purpose, role, and function of the police. Together with members of the public and other agencies, with information coming, they continue to search again to unearth what took place with this young child. Very disturbing, I must say.
Yeah.
I would like to see the end of this as soon as humanly possible.
All right, just a couple more questions I have for you before I run out of time here. The SOE, right? We recently heard the Attorney General mention a threat of sorts. Some people say that he's laying the groundwork for an extension to the SOE. Now, even if that is the case, right? Even if that is the case, let's just say, all right, this is tralala talk, and he's laying the groundwork for an extension. Are you satisfied at this point with the results of this second state of emergency? And do you think that an extension is going to improve the situation in terms of the fight against crime? That is one. And two, is the government considering, or will the government consider coming back to the Parliament with a ZOSO after this state of emergency has been exhausted?
Let me answer from the back to the front.
Yeah.
I went to Jamaica very early when I came into office.
Right.
And I had a conversation. I continue to have a conversation with the Jamaica National Security Minister. A very, very, I would say, this individual has caused a serious impact on how I see things in my own country from what he spoke about. Now, he told me something that I will never forget. He told me, Sir Alexander, listen, it took us 9 years to start to get a hold on this crime situation. It requires you to increase the resources, both manpower and otherwise, improve the infrastructure, get teams to work alongside each other, and get the community to work with the police. Now, how do you do that? Now, all the public CSRs at this time is arrest, arrest, arrest.
Yeah.
That's what the police has at this time. But if you go into a community, my friend, and take care of the community in such a way where you are improving the quality of life for every citizen in that community where there's a crime problem. Make sure they have electricity, make sure they have water, make sure they have internet, make sure children go to school, make sure that persons are getting assistance in terms of getting their ID cards, passport, private permits, all these things that might have been lacking before. You tell me, if that is not building or the right way to build communities in Trinidad, and it can start with one place.
Yeah.
And then improve, and then go further, and then go further, to start it like that. But obviously, I am starting not to wonder anymore, because I was there, the police service, for more than 32 and something years. I am of the opinion that some persons need crime to be productive personally for themselves.
Right.
So, having said that, yes, I think it's also what should come back, and I'm hoping that person sees it now. For the SOE, let us discuss the SOE. If it was not for this SOE at this time, and the opposition or the position that is opposed could say whatever they had desire, because they were there, and what did they do? They don't have us in this position now more than ever. A person say, well, yes, and now they make a year. Some people had 9 and almost 10. We had 1 year to try to change it. And what we are looking at, as I said before, we are looking to take it from every angle, both the preventative angle and the crime strategy angle.
Right.
So SOE. You could imagine, my friend, if there was no SOE at this time, where the crime situation would have been. I have the police service, a lack of manpower, the resources, the lives, the fake equipment, the things that don't work, and all kind of things, and the set of money. Just imagine this. How do you resource or try to help as the government? This is your responsibility now. A police service that has an arrears of 500 million, and we in 2026 500 million. I would like to ask a number of questions. I was looking for the X-ray vehicles. I haven't seen it.
Right.
And I'm seeing a report where it never worked. So then how can we spend so much money on a vehicle that doesn't work?
Yeah, I saw, let me just interject here. I saw that report. I mentioned it to my audience yesterday that I got a report that came to me, a report about the operations or the operations or the expenditure of the police service between 2017 and 2021, where it was mentioned that vehicles were purchased, those were the X-ray vehicles or something like that?
Yeah.
Right, and they were not working. A contract for body cameras, etc., etc. And it also spoke to that debt that you're talking about, which is $500 million, a $500 million debt that was incurred during that period of time. And it doesn't seem now, I know you had another period after that where you had the McDonald Jacob era and then the Herwood Christopher era. I do not know because I only have that report from 2017 to 2021. So I don't know what they may have done to bring down that debt, if they did anything at all, or if the debt remains the same at this point in time. But what is that? We're talking 500 million in debt that the police service is owing. How do you begin to dig yourself out of that hole and then still provide for the police service the necessary tools that they need to fight crime?
Since I've been here, my friend, and I must give you the kudos this morning, you are one of the first reporters that have asked such a sensible question that I must give you the kudos for it, because I'm telling you, everybody is walking around normal. And when you explain that to them, they open the well, Alexander, you know the crime situation. You have to understand, national security is an investment in the people. Safety and security. So then when you look at it, how do you start to, even if you are asking, you are begging persons, all right, let us pay you a little bit as when money come a little bit and a little bit. Persons jumping out of themselves because of the alignment, sometimes they even say, well, listen, it has interest on that. So everything must now take a court stay, we're looking to go to court. But how can you have, listen, what is the purpose of the police service having a hockey field with artificial grass? The goats went across, they couldn't eat the grass because they didn't realize they were rubber. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what's the purpose of that? Tell me, what is the purpose of that? That could have been used to better police stations, more technology and everything. Put that in place. That was a waste of money.
Okay.
And it continues to be a waste of money as we speak.
All right.
And that is not the only thing. There are some allegations that was made, and I wouldn't say it's allegations because we understand that it came from an audit. So I try to understand how can we move away from that system unless we intend to ask persons to ease up the burden for the sake of country. 500 million?
Yeah, I don't think people understand. I don't think people understand what 500 million is, you know. That is $500 million. That is $500 million. Right? To put that in perspective. That is a lot of money.
And this is just one organization under the Homeland Security. One.
Right. And you have to clear that debt.
And you have to clear that debt.
During your tenure, and then still find ways to...
I would have loved to have the things available that was purchased so I can use it while we pay the debt. But they are not working.
Right. But is that report going to be made public?
I am waiting on further information from both my PM, my Prime Minister, and the AG to see how best we can treat this.
Okay. Are there any other reports like 2022 to 2025 or some kind of thing that we're going to be seeing as well?
Well, for transparency, we should, but I also tell you this: you cannot pay a debt that you do not have money to pay for. Understand? I can stop it right there, but you can't pay for a debt that you never given money to pay for.
All right, and just finally here, in the fight against crime, there seems to be one element that people don't understand or they keep missing it. I have mentioned it on several occasions. Now, I know that what you all have tried to do in splitting that National Security Ministry, I would say into three, Homeland Security, Defense, and Justice. I see that there was a bill that was passed recently that will wipe the slate clean for persons who may have certain things, minor offenses on their record, to give them a fresh start. There is also the parole legislation that the Minister of Justice is working on. Now, my thing is this. I was trying to explain this to people. If the prisons are full, because we saw a report from the prison come out the other day, that the prisons are full. So if the prisons are full, it means that the police have to be doing their job to a great extent because it have people in the prison. Now, there is a backlog through the justice system that I believe is causing the whole crime fight to kind of be at a standstill, and we're just spinning top in mud. We're just stuck in neutral because of that backlog and the length of time that these matters are being heard and dealt with. How much does that hamper the policing, the police service in terms of what they are doing and the connection with the court?
This is a major issue for law enforcement. Until even within recent time, first I am wondering what was happening. They went to the stations and they did some virtual courts. No problem with that, and I complained about it very early. Virtual courts is great because it's something I would have encouraged when I was on Beyond the Tape back in the day. And I said virtual courts is great, but virtual courts must not hamper the everyday operations of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service in terms of the station, where you're using the identification room as a court and all of these things. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. It should be done, but at the same time, at the expense of the court and not the police. You see?
Right.
But I think the parole, it is important at this time, especially with the new bill they're trying to pass. I know persons who pass an obscene language, but this and that and in anger and get caught up in a court of law, and that have hampered them to date.
Right.
I think we could give them a second chance, and they should acknowledge that they're getting a second chance. So listen, let me fix this problem. I am getting a chance. This government has given me an opportunity to fix an issue that has been living with me from day one. I must do better. You see? Right. So that's an important thing. And with respect to the parole, let us, and I know my colleague is doing it, we are engaging programs in the prison. If you do not participate in the programs to show that you are really on the way of moving forward in terms of your rehabilitation, then parole should not be offered to you. That is my opinion.
Okay. But that's fair enough. I think you should have, if you're participating in a program, it means that you're willing to turn your life around, and therefore you should.
Yes.
Yeah. And I just thought, well, I always thought we had a parole, you know. I didn't know you can't get parole in Trinidad, you know. Serious, you know.
And let me defend the court, because as I said before, I started a police officer. I know the burdens of the court because of how many matters. One matter cannot finish in one day. I gave evidence already for almost 4 hours in matters, so I know the difficulty involved in it. But I think sometimes, you see, where simple matters are concerned, I think we need to engage a different system where simple matters are concerned, where we can have that dealt with and it doesn't burden the court.
Yeah.
All the time, there are things that we can do to treat it simple matters.
Yeah.
But yet we wait until the daylight and we wait until and we say, all right, you know. and it causes a problem. And now, the lack of the prosecution team is an issue.
Yeah, we see, yeah. The short staff at the DPP office, he said nobody, no,
Right, the short staff, yeah,
they say nobody and what you work.
Yeah, but it's not that, you know, persons, everybody now are seeing the money train. How do you go there, you're a lawyer, you charge the first man for just your consultation with him is 2,500. How
Right.
do you go to the DPP office and do this and get one basic salary when a man believes that he could get a salary of 75,000 a week from one man?
Point taken. Yeah. Well, Minister, I want to thank you. We just about out of time. I think we're after 7. I think, yeah. So we just about out of time. But I want to thank you for your time this morning. And, you know, we look forward to more conversations as the whole situation develops. And hopefully, you know, I mean, we see more improvement with the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago, especially murders and gang violence and things like that.
All right. Yeah, you know, let me just say this very quickly. In terms of gang warfare, you know, the police have to make a bigger effort in terms of the gang. But nobody cannot, you cannot identify a domestic situation and treat with it because your wife kills you at home, stabs you at home, some man and some domestic thing and blah, blah, blah. All this, it is difficult for law enforcement to put a handle on that. But in terms of the gang warfare, that is what we are most concerned about. But all murders are counted.
Right.
See? But the domestic ones are also included into all of this. But those are the ones we can never have control over.
Okay. All right, man.
Yeah?
All right, thanks a lot.
You're welcome anytime. Just call 15 minutes before.
All right, yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool, man.
All right, take it easy. Enjoy the day. All right, that is Minister of Homeland Security, Roger Alexander, with us this morning. And a lot was said there. Of course, he's hoping that, like the rest of the nation, that this whole situation in Tobago, you know, that an end comes to this, that the police get to the bottom of it and we get some closure to that situation. Amongst other things that he spoke about with the fight against crime, the ZOSO, the SOE, also the expansion of the TTPS, putting more boots on the ground, but partnering it with technology and having persons to man that technology and things like that. Of course, the rate of officers coming out of the service and entering on the time frame of 6 months, training officers, you know, kind of replenish the TTPS and that kind of thing. I think he spoke on a wide variety of things there. So we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we're going to open the phone line, take a few calls before we get to a very inspiring video from Moses Avenue and then Pastor John. So look out. We come back after this.
Astrologer Mohit Ji is known for providing insightful astrology guidance for complex life situations, dealing with love confusion, delayed marriage, partner distancing, or serious relationship breakdowns. His approach focuses on understanding the root cause and guiding you toward the right path. If financial instability or business setbacks are affecting you, his spiritual remedies may support positive change. With psychic reading, horoscope analysis, and palm insights, he offers practical clarity. His services also include protection from negative energies and removal of bad luck. Call at +1 868 334 2796.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career, Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be. Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative International Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations: at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, we're back. And just before we go any further, let me just take this opportunity to remind you, oh gosh, wrong thing. That's now. Set Wyola board. Right? The Holistic Health Clinic. That's right. Powered by nutritional therapy. And it's very simple. Why manage a disease when you can reverse them naturally? And they specialize in reversing cancer, hypertension, diabetes, and much more. Drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. And you can call or WhatsApp today on 279-3935 or 761-1952. Book an appointment today and rebuild your health from the inside out naturally. You could also get the book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, and you can pick it up at any RIK bookstore or Nelson and Tobago, Amazon, or by calling Set on those very numbers, and you could place an order as well. All right. So, we're going to get to the phone lines, take a few calls. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you get the minister on there. That was very good, and give you some props there, man. That's very nice. Yeah, I do hope you could have him to come return. I don't know when that will be, but he seems to have what we need in terms of his head on his shoulders.
Okay.
He is actually giving us he's given us that he's trying.
Mm-hmm.
He might be all kind of thing, what people say, all kind of thing about him. But he had in the game and he inherited what he inherited, but he is trying.
Okay.
Right? And he made mention of the thing starting in the home for the youths. Yeah? I made mention to you the other day that there are police stations around this country that has a department for disturbed children.
Yes, you did say that.
Women.
Yeah.
Right. And I would like to understand how is it functioning? Is it in use?
Okay.
Is the citizens receiving the benefit of it? Now he made mention about the court, the online court in the police stations.
Yeah.
And he quite right that you're disturbing the function of the police station when you bring it to the police station for the police station to handle that aspect of the court. He is very correct.
Okay.
Because the police station have all kind of things taking place and going on and inter-department, and that is one you're bringing that there now on the expense, meaning taking police time now to reflect on the visual court.
All right.
In the police station.
Yeah.
Right? And I would also like to hear and know what is going on with this police officer, Miss Guy Allen, who championed the cause of battered women and children who people taking advantage of.
Yeah, she was the head of the gender-based violence unit, yeah. Claire Guy Allen.
Yes, I'm not hearing anything from her. She was on the TV and she said she's going to do this and she's going to, and I held her at her word.
I'll reach out to her.
I'll reach out to her. To make inroads into that thing where children and women is concerned, and people advantaging children and advantaging women.
All right.
And I'm not hearing from her.
I'll reach out to her.
Hey, the guy who you had on with the guy who you had on the last who was talking about the industrial thing and all, you mentioned
he'll be on Thursday.
He'll be on Thursday.
He'll be on tomorrow at 7:05.
All right, well then I will call back then with that concern I have for that. All right?
All right, no problem, man. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
We will be able to take calls with Mr. Ramkumar tomorrow, right? We'll be able to take calls with him. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
Roger Alexander is becoming a politician now. Now, I just want to draw a little parallel. A teacher's job is to teach. Has nothing to do with administration, has nothing to do with anything else but to teach. To administer education to children and to hope that they grasp and find better the way to do that. Right. All the things that Roger Alexander spoke about is good. The issue with me is how do you have effective policing? The police job has nothing to do with parenting, has nothing to do with effective policing. How do you get that done? Are they retraining the officers not to go out on the streets and do the job the same way they do for motorists and control over 1 million cars on the road? Are they prepared to that? And you'll tell me about transport. So you have other forms of transport like buses, we could drop people in specific areas now to man the streets.
Okay.
The issue here is the police must be on spot to catch the people in the act in order to secure conviction. If you have many prisoners and you have to then build new prisons, and these are the things that has happened. So all the talking nice. But my thing is effective policing and how you get it done. Whether the numbers are right and you could correct the numbers, when you get them now, you have to have them out on the streets. And they can't be walking around modeling that when you call on them and you say, say something, and they tell them, no, they say, no, the other people who involved, them have to report the matter first before that, right, and they do nothing.
Yeah, but caller.
But I can't pass them, they do what they want.
Yeah, but caller. Hello. Yeah. Right, you're talking about effective police and police being there to deal with a crime when it's committed, right?
Correct.
Right. So in the context of that statement, does more boots on the ground not?
Of course.
Put the police service in a better place to do that.
I agree with 99% of what he said. I agree with all the things that I meet, and I realize we don't have a magic wand to stop that. But if you're talking about that, my thing is boots on the ground.
Okay.
For me to catch you, if you steal mangoes from my tree, I have to set up now to catch you stealing any mangoes on the tree. But you're not doing that. We talk about sting operation many times.
Right.
You're not doing that. And I agree that there are situations where you can't prevent it, it can't be here and everywhere. But if you are effective, people will know to do this and don't know about the parents and this one and that one. You do your job of going out and being effective by retraining the officers to catch these people in that. You have all kind of command center and all kind of cameras and all kind of things. And you're telling me that you don't know who to go and look for? These Zozos and them guys are talking about one thing. But the ministers who are involved in these areas will fix these things. So you fix yours. Effective policing. That's my last statement. Have a good day, man.
All right, man. No problem. Cool. Yep. Going again. Yeah, morning. Morning. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, boy.
Wow. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we heard you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, boy. Your previous caller was asking about Guy Allen. She was transferred from that unit, and I think she's a senior soup. I can't remember if it's Northern or Eastern Division now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
I'll still reach out to her.
But on what I was speaking about, right? I think they need to have community policing 24/7 in certain areas. The reason why I say that is because they have to be in the face of the youths and them, because the same way, every morning, every day, them seeing a community leader and seeing the lifestyle living and want to emulate that lifestyle, the police have to match that energy and be in that area 24/7, whole day, every day. Let them see them every day, because at the end of the day, you showing up once in a while, the person who there every day, they were more likely gravitate towards that person who there every day, rather than somebody who coming in once in a while.
True.
So, so that is where community police need to go in there and be there right through 24/7. That's not once in a while. Because youth groups says only do so much, youth groups says only do so much. You understand? But that is what I believe that they need to do. But other than that, police have a hard battle to deal with concerning these serious criminals outside.
Yeah. All right. Morning. Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Morning to you, Stefan.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, this morning you raised my eyebrow, boy. This was one of the most enjoyable contributions for a long while come from you and to come from Alexander. It's only when people mesh together they could get something nice out of it. And one of the things that he said about you there, the question that you asked him, he already gave kudos for that. And this is what I know about you, because I always hold you high in that type of journalism, right? The way you ask questions, and you, that father, I always say, doesn't discriminate against people. You give everybody a chance, and I enjoy that this morning here. and it shows what you are and what Alexander is also. And one thing I want.
Hello? Hello?
People
right, yeah. I'll stay there for a few seconds. Go ahead.
Right away from what is the real Bates and RRE section. This is what I have to say. Thank you.
All right, no problem. I'll stay there for a few seconds, so I kind of didn't pick up on a couple of the things he said there. But anyway, morning.
Morning, Stefan. Morning, Grumpy. Stefan, now I tell you something. From back then to the police service to then to now, is a total change. And I say a total change. Now, when you arrest somebody, assault and battery is the resistant arrest or whatever the case may be, you pass before the magistrate, you either plead guilty or not guilty, they charge you, you come out.
Yeah.
Now, the pile up in the prison, we understand there are some of them who are going for minor things. Sometimes you send small criminals into the group of the big criminals, right? Now, I think to myself, when you bring them all back, it all depends on the mindset of these young youths and if they will change or not. Yeah, it could be a little asset to them, but by the end of the day, we only have 1 or 2 hours, 1 or 2 prisons, Aruka, Golan Grove, but it have a house, a base on the Forest Park area. Since the COVID, they are basing prison officers there. I don't know if you're aware of that. For the longest while, but it's a house. Okay. Like in Forest Park. There are prison officers there, and it's a normal house. It just had normal fence. It have no big set of bag wire, tiger wire, anything on top of it to say that they wouldn't jump. They're just normal, but they are prison officers that serving there, maybe who are 10 years, 15 years, and they have them based right in Forest Park since the COVID. There's a house they have there. So let me tell you something. Sometimes I might do so and you look at the big fish or the smaller fish doing more crime than the big ones. Anyway, I understand what Alexander said, but sometimes I feel man, he have a little way like Patrick Manning, boy. He just operate like that. Anyway, me a bashing him and Barrett's telling you. We all have to see what's going on. Have a blessed one.
No problem. I'll take one more here before we organize because I want to share a little clip with you all. Morning. Morning, go ahead.
Morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man.
Stefan, I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it again. It have a caller in your station there who calling up. He called about 2-3 callers there, and he with the police. The same thing too. Unless you fix that police service, Trinidad and Tobago will never get fixed. You have to fix that first. Don't come with no kind of ideas and no plan and thing and leaving it. You have to fix the police service. The police service is the most corrupted department that have to take care of us. That is corrupt and that have to fix. Unless they don't fix that police service and then jump to the army and jump to the other place. But the police service have to be on the ground more than the army right now. They have to fix that. You can have them corrupt policemen and corrupt inspectors and this and inside there and doing this and selling gun and taking gun and that have to fix first to fix Trinidad and Tobago. Have a nice day, Stephen.
All right, no problem. All right, we're 25 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. One more. Hello, good morning.
Kosanosha, blessed uprising.
All right, Kosanosha, what's going on? Talk to us.
Well, why saying Stefan, right? Stefan?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Why saying? Me have no problem with more boots on the ground, you know. But why saying we want more jobs on the ground too? Because if the people on them get work, right? Sustainable work and jobs and development. Remember, I was saying from in the earlies that when you're training a dog and you do a check for you, there's game a reward. Give the communities and a reward for holding down crime. It's the same alignment with the Homeland Security Minister trying to say. Why saying is, give the communities and them a reward for holding down crime. Right? Because crime is a serious thing in the country. And we need more jobs on the ground to help assist with crime. Because there's less jobs, more crime. If you understand what I'm saying.
I hear you.
So we need, even though again we boots on the ground, no problem. But we want more jobs on the ground at the same time too.
Okay.
You understand?
All right.
That's my contribution.
All right, no problem. All right, hold some strain here, because I got to get to everything else. Look, crime fighting is a very broad. It's a very broad thing. It's not just about the police locking up people or police patrols or police operations or technology or boots on the ground and things like that. It's a wider range of things, right? And I think the minister expressed some of that in the conversation that he had with me, right? It's a conversation. He raised some very important points. If you all go back and you listen to some of the things that he said, because I was hearing it in real time, and I know people are heavily critical of the minister because they have their all preconceived notions about him, but I thought that he handled himself well, and I could understand where he's coming from, because if you see the report that I have, the report that he mentioned, before I get to mention it, he mentioned it, that a report came to him. That is the same report that I'm talking about that I got yesterday, right? And that report speaks to the police service being in $500 million debt. They owing $500 million then. And he would have come in as Homeland Security Minister and he has to clear a $500 million debt. And while at the same time, you're trying to provide the tools that the police service needs as well, right? So there are some things that the police will get, and there are some things that the police cannot get. And that is because of the financial situation of the organization. Now, we could sit down here and pretend to be critical of that, but that is a very real problem for any organization that is in debt. If you are in debt, you cannot afford to have certain things because you have to service your debt. And that is how it goes. So, whereas if you didn't have that debt to cover, your business would have a cash flow, wouldn't have any cash flow problems, and things happen faster. It's like building a house. You could only, a house or any construction, the construction of anything, the speed at which it is built is dependent on the money that you have available in your hand. So if a house is going to cost you $1 million to build and you have $2 million, that house is going to go up in 2 weeks. But if that same house that costed $1 million to build, you only have $250,000, then you could only do $250,000 of work until the next $750,000 come. So it's going to take longer to build. That's as easy as I could explain that situation, and that doesn't just revolve around crime, it revolves around everything that the government is facing. Because of the amount of debt that the country is in. I don't think you all understand how much debt the country is in. Go and read the IMF report, the same one with the misleading headline. Go and read it. And while you're reading it, you will see that it's not a negative report. It's actually a positive report, because they commend the Minister of Finance and the administration on the steps that they're taking to turn around the economy. Go and read the report, right? And you will see it is there. That is why the World Bank could project positive projections for Trinidad and Tobago at the end of 26 into 27. So the corner will be turned eventually. But it takes time because you don't have the money that you would have that you need to get things done. I don't know how hard that is for people to understand and grasp. Right? That's why I keep telling people, just forget the noise. You see that noise that these people are in, forget that. They have us in the situation that we're in. And now they want to pretend that they have the solution to get you out of the position that they put you in. Right? So this administration has to do whatever it has to do, and they're finding ways to do it. So that public-private partnership deal with the HEC housing, that is one way of doing it, that you don't have to use taxpayers' money, you don't have to look for the money in the public purse. the developer could fund it. And and the difference is that between the PNM model and UNC model is that the developer does not get the title to the land to sell it back to the government. Right? That is what was proposed previously. Right? So they have found a way to do it that is not going to cost the country money, and the citizens will benefit. And the developer gets paid, Landmark TT gets paid, the government makes a little income for the land, and so on and so forth. And there are other initiatives that are taking place along those same lines. But for anybody to sit down here and pretend, like when you're in debt, that life is not harder, well, God will judge you any time come, I guess. I am trying to be as real as possible. So they have their difficulties to face, but the corner is going to take a little while to turn, because it doesn't happen in the snap of a finger, like he said. It's 9 years, but they expect us to fix it in 1 year. When he went to Jamaica, Jamaica says it's almost a decade it take them to take back the streets and to take back the streets from these gangs and all the little warfare and the crime and the criminal elements. It's nearly a decade. You understand? And that was the thing with the Zoso. You see, the independent senators, and they rejected it. But they rejected it based on what? If it was a plan that the government brought and it had never been tested, I could understand why you would be skeptical. But how could you be skeptical of something that is proven to work? There is a proven model of it that works in Jamaica, which is very similar to what we have in Trinidad in terms of crime and the mentality and the approach and everything. So it's proven to work in that kind of culture and society, and yet you rejected it. Right now, I'm not saying that we would have been in a better position than we're in today. I'm just saying it was the next step and it was rejected, right? That's why I asked him to think about bringing it back with amendments, maybe giving the Police Complaints Authority powers of arrest or a little more teeth, right? But anyhow, those are conversations for another day. I want to get to something else right now before we take the break and get to Pastor John. So in terms of community development, because the minister did speak about community, right? And I have been talking about community development for the longest while, and the part that plays in the fight against crime. Because like I said, crime and crime fighting is a broad subject. It's a broad approach, right? You have many different facets to it. So, Mr. Monroe did a video of Moses Avenue. And what he has done single-handedly at Moses Avenue. And I'm saying this is the type of initiative that I'm talking about when I talk about revitalizing East Port of Spain, things like that, so that people, when they wake up on a morning, they see something progressive rather than a rundown dump that they're living in. You have to inspire people. And one of the things you could do is create these little revitalization programs, not upkeep programs like what's going on. That's a totally different thing. I'm talking about call out the carpenters and the masons and the this one and the that one and the landscape people that live within the community and let them start to rebuild the community and pay them to do so. And Mr. Monroe and Moses Avenue is a perfect example of that. I'm going to take it to that now because he has a nice backstory that he tells. And from that, we go into the break and then we'll get to Pastor John. So let's get to it. You have it there, fellas? Let's go. Moses Avenue, man. You all enjoy this.
Came up here to live at Moses Avenue, that is 13 Moses Avenue.
About 6 minutes?
I bought this property about 50 years ago. And I remember when I came up here, even the surrounding neighbors and otherwise, you know, the people were saying, but Mr. Monroe, I mean, you're a big businessman like you. How could you come and live in this area? You know, they call it Dog Road. It's had a lot of dogs, hundreds of dogs. Anyways, dog. And the place was really dilapidated. It was in a bad condition and state. So I asked them, they said, but someone who's a businessman like you, why don't you go in like Ellerslie Park or one of them developed area, man? How could you come here and live, you know? I said, so what do you all want me to do? Go in those developed area where them Syrian people, children live, so I could be an incentive for the Syrian children. But what I would like you all to do, if God spare my life, is to come back in a couple of years and this same area that you call in Dog Road and dilapidated, you will come back and you will see what I'll do to it, because it is just, if you have vision, I believe in vision. God have always blessed me to be a visionary doing things. So when I came up, I saw the beginning of the street as Moses Avenue. And I mean, when I hear Moses Avenue, I say, well, that's the avenue self I want to live in. I say, I want to be blessed by Moses. I started by taking down the old ragged Moses Avenue sign, and I asked them, could I give the property a facelift in terms of painting the walls and so on. They say, sure. And if you notice, I paint all the wall in white and black. I patch, got masons and different workers and patch all the pavement and the things like that and make it get back real nice. And the road itself was in an awful position. I mean, it's like we had water, yes, but like Wassa was digging up the whole area. So what I did, I paved the whole of Moses Avenue, and then I started planting some lovely plants. I know Bougainvillea when the dry season and they start to flower. Wow, it's like the garden. It was almost like the garden that Jehovah God created. And I think of that, and I plant this Bougainvillea. And as you can see now, the results of what you're getting in truth and in fact, the Bougainvillea in full bloom at this time. I didn't just want to put just ordinary pole. If you notice, all the poles are black and white. And in the night, they all lighted, not only at the top of but have lights surrounding around, right? All the colorful like Christmas lights, they have all it on all the pole, go right down. And then I went down to the back. That is where I have the pool area there now. It was a swamp, it was a precipice there, and it had a gentleman next door fixing cars and dumping all the cars, the body of the cars in the back there and different things, and the river was right there. And the neighbors was having problem with the rivers and thing when in the rain season. So what I did, I moved the river, changed the grade and move it, and no flooding now. None of them suffering with no flood. Although when I started, they was giving me opposition, and then when it's finished now, they come to just say thank you, Brother Mano. So it is beautiful now, and I backfill the back where you see the pool is the area now. Because as I mentioned, it had a river there, and I backfill it. It took 2,400 load of Cayo dirt, and I leave it there for 25 years. 25 years to settle before I started to touch it again. And now, after the 25 years, I started working on it now to do the development. And you can see now it's the pool area. I have the little guest house there for if you want to spend honeymoon, when we have wedding and you want to spend honeymoon. So as you can see, the development of the pool, and they built a massive wall to the back to hold up the back, and a stone wall. You cannot see the stone wall. You might see a foot of it, but it was 13 feet high. And to take all the dirt and the different things like that, and develop the back. You see the other top wall, the big wall in the back there, as you can see. Any community, sometimes they say it's the ghetto this and the ghetto that. It didn't have to be no ghetto. You could take the ghetto and bring it into a paradise. You take your time and develop, as they say, plant a plant, you plant a tree and it grow, and you make the community look completely different to how it was. And I'm saying that today, when you look through Moses Avenue, you cannot compare no avenue. I am saying I believe the same LSD Park where they wanted me to go and live, or we saw Val saying, check any of the streets of the avenue and compare it now with the same Dog Road that they was laughing at and things like that. And have a look at it, because almost every week now, every weekend, we having weddings and sometimes christenings and all different church services, all kind of thing taking place in the back there. It's a home for entertainment, but righteous entertainment, and things like that. So I just want to say to my brothers and sisters, you can take anything and develop it if you want to, and you just ask God to guide you and show you the way to do it, and He will. And that is what I did, and that's what he did, and the results of it is what you're seeing there now. So you could take any area and just bring it into an area of beauty. So that is basically what I want to say. Thank you for who looking or listening, and take your area and develop your area. Plant a tree or something, a flower, something like that. God bless.
About there, I could tell you how that road was. That road had enough pothole. Director, you would know that too. He bring people to fill the hole, to plug them holes, to make sure that the residents in the area have smooth road to drive on. He paint the wall from straight down to the bottom, come right up. He put in landscaping, all kind of thing, so that when people wake up on a morning in the community, you ever hear about anything happening in Moses Avenue? My point exactly. Anyway, we got to get to Pastor John, but big up Mr. Monroe for that. He's been, I mean, that's how the man does keep his community. All right, and that is what I'm talking about when I talk about revitalizing communities and things like that. Inspiring people, that is what I'm talking about. All of that plays a role in the fight against crime. It's everything connected, boy. You got to understand it. Anyway, Pastor John is up next. Stay tuned.
Yours truly, Sonny Bling, most random man on the planet, inviting you to a weekend of fun and entertainment as we say, thank you, David. This weekend, it's all about paying tribute to King David Rudder. June 6th and 7th. Remember the days. Get your tickets now. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, David. See you there.
Thank you, David. Saturday, June 6th at Napa, Port of Spain. Sunday, June 7th at Sapa, San Fernando. 2 nights, 1 legend, countless unforgettable songs. Celebrating King David in his presence and performing some of his many hits include Roger George, KV Charles, Chrison Joseph, Terry Lyons, Adrian Filbert, Irvin Alves, Chuck Gordon, and many more. Legends need to be celebrated while they can still hear the applause. MC Sonny Bling. Tickets are only $250 and $300. Early bird tickets cost $50 less till the Saturday, May 23rd.
If stocks last, tickets available at islandeatickets.com.
At Crosby St. James.
All Kenny Sports.
All Extra Foods Supermarket.
Westby, Tagarigua. Athletes by the Park.
Jumbo Foods Barataria.
GAC Electrical. Opposite Starlight. Tigomofton Main Road. Palini Drugs. San Fernando.
Mirage Westside Supermarket in Arima.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, David.
Welcome to Antigua Boss. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Boss. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to massive murder,
every day at the castle, long before we open our doors, our work begins. Our famous seasonings are mixed in advance. We select our fresh chicken parts and prep our delicious sides. Then we fire up the fryers and rotisserie oven. Everything is made with tasty local herbs, spices, and the same long-loved recipe since 1968. So, when you come in, remember that we uphold our culture and our taste just for you. We are your Royal Castle.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
We are back on Breaking Dawn. We have singing Pastor John with us this morning. Viewers will be singing this morning. We're going to bring him in immediately. Pastor John, what's up, man?
I am doing great, and yourself?
We fabulous, man. Back in studio, and we're doing it. We're ready to do it again with you, man.
Today I want to talk about the tiniest thing that people can't see and feel they neglect it all the time in their life. I want to talk about the cells.
Okay, all right.
Tiny little thing that means everything to every single human being is your cells. When people think about health, they think about exercise, appearances, even eating good, but sometimes don't even know why they do so. So speaking about cells today is that even your diabetes have your pancreatic cells. Every part of your body have cells. Your eyes need to have cells. You cannot exist without cells in the skin and in all the different organs. So fix your cell, fix your health. Healthy cells is healthy body. So if we could, as human beings, get to the place whereby our cells are healthy, then you no longer have diabetes, then you no longer have cancer. I'm not telling you if you could get to a product. I'm telling you if you could repair your cells and your cells are healthy, I could say it without any reservation that your body will be healthy. Healthy cells produce healthy body. And today, just a brief synopsis or just a brief review is healthy cells are the fundamental building blocks of life. When cells function optimally, they form resilience, tissues, and organs, providing function for a healthy body. Every single person listening to me in the world, I don't care if he's a big man or he is a little boy, a big man this and big man that. So maintaining cellular health delivers interconnected benefits across all bodily systems, impacting everything from daily vitality and long-term wellness. Watch this one here. When you look at top benefits for healthy cells, sustain energy and vitality, your healthy mitochondria efficiently convert nutrients into cellular energy, reducing fatigue and keeping you alert. Optimal organ function. Proper cell function support the heart, the muscles, the brain, allowing vital organs to perform at its best. There was a time in your life when your pancreas was producing insulin, the pancreatic hormone cells was producing insulin without any foreign or outside assistant. That is when the cell was healthy. Now with diabetes, it means that the cell is sick and your body is sick. And the list goes on. And this is when I said to someone yesterday, please, I'm always appealing to people. If you are healthy, young men in the studio, if you're listening to me and you are healthy, please, I beg you, stay healthy. Because sickness is not fun and it's not cheap. Good health is less expensive than bad health. Efficient tissue and repair. Let me see how my time is going. Yes. Healthy cells power the body's natural healing process, enabling rapid recovery from injury, muscle to sustain daily wear and tear. And when you look at your cognitive ability and your cognitive health, your brain cells rely on optimal nutrients delivery and communication, which sharpens focus and mood and mental clarity. Most people don't know much, but this is one thing I think everyone knows. When somebody has a stroke, everyone knows that nutrients fail to get to the brain cells. The brain cells need the nutrients. And this is what the core message is. If you want to eradicate diabetes, you want to eradicate cancer, you want to eradicate arthritis or cognitive problems or whatever situations that you may be undergoing right now, the secret is in the cell. If the cell could be reactivated like the activator, which acts today as restoring your antioxidant enzyme in your system. This activator reduces oxidative stress by 40% in the first 30 days, and oxidative stress is what damages your cells. So therefore, if you or anybody wish to learn more about this, even if you don't want to listen to me, you could go to pubmed.gov and just write in the information of oxidative stress. There were over 3,000 specific studies on oxidative stress. This activator activates your mitochondria, your powerhouse in your body, and your sawtools that get depleted downwards from around age 20. And the sugar blocker, which the sugar blocker is very simple. The sugar blocker comes in sachets, and today, because of this being on the air for this length of time, May month is the 5th month in the year, is the month of grace until the end of the month. This sugar blocker I have in my hand here right now, you can get it today as low, just the sugar blocker. If you want the activated will cost you more, but the sugar blocker is as low as $49.99. This is the giveaway price to introduce it to every single person that can hear my voice. $49.99 US dollars. And you just put it in water like this. And you put it in water and you can shake it. We used to sing a song back home, shake your butter like Mr. Prospect. Shake your sugar blocker like Pastor John. Shake it and just shake it. And you drink it. And this is basically the core message. You may say why I'm going so fast. It's because the time I try to get so much information, because when talking about the cell, Mr. Stefan, I could speak for the whole day and still cover everything. The cell is so important. Go ahead.
No, I was listening to you. You were saying that, you could talk and you wouldn't be able to cover everything. I actually, I went for a blood test the other day. Well, I got the results yesterday. But boy, I don't know, they email the results and I don't know, I had to go back to the doctors for them to read the results to me, But, just in terms of that, and you're talking about cells now, I know they had a part in it there with the cell count.
Nice.
Yeah, the white blood count and the red blood count.
That is correct.
And they break it down. Well, it was a full blood test. But I don't know how you're reading this, but I am seeing white blood count 7.21, and the reference range is 4 to 10. So I would imagine that I'm within
You have to be careful because you're reading your medical report to the public.
No, well, yeah, I know that. But I just saying that, but I just, in the context of, I have no problem with that, I'm talking to you. I just saying the cell count now, like how you just check that? They say the range is 4 to 10, so I had 7.21. So I got to go there with the white cells.
You're looking good. Try and get maximum, but you're not off the rail. Is if you're under 5, you have something to worry about.
That's what I wanted to find out, because they say 4 to 10, so I'm telling myself somewhere or thereabouts in the middle, right? But what do you do to improve that count then?
You keep with the activator. You make sure that the sugar is what causes oxidative stress. So now that's a good question you asking, because when someone is healthy, you asking the question, what do I do to keep myself healthy or even better it,
right,
instead of waiting for something bad to happen? And that's why you need to send me the address.
Oh yes. Oh God, I keep forgetting to check my cousin, you know. And that's not. And
you have to send it because you need a lash if you don't send it.
Yeah, and the red and the white cells, different purposes.
Progressively, the white blood cell changes every 10 days in the body, and the red blood cell changes every 120 days. Now, the red blood cell changes every 120 days determine the cycle of life. So every 120 days, your body is going to do a makeover to say, look, you're getting sick, or you're getting better, or you're getting much better and healthy because of all the stuff you put in the body. The production of the blood cells is in the bone marrow, and this is where the production is. So if it produces bad cells, unhealthy cells, you will have an unhealthy body.
All right, because see the range for the blood, the range for the red blood cells is a bit, it's a shorter range than that for the white, where the range is like 4 to 6, right, as opposed to 4 to 10, right? So that's why I asked that now, because I'm trying to understand why now, why the red blood count or the red blood cells count is on a smaller range than the white. You know what I mean?
So if we have time, you can explain, just like PSA tests and all the different biopsy testing, based on what country you are or area, they're using a metrics, and there are different scientists who make these testing metrics, like decimals, like points, like per thousands, all meaning the same thing of measurement, because if somebody tell you 4,000 to 6,000 or 4 to 6 is basically the same thing in terms of the requirements. So that's how these things are measured in terms of what area. Europe might be using a different system, but the results telling you the same thing.
All right.
But every single person, if your cells are healthy, you have diabetes right now, you need to get healthy cells in order for diabetes to be eradicated from your system for good. If you are overweight, obese, you need to get healthy cells. If you have arthritis or cancer, all the cancer cells needs to be eradicated from the system. All the different parts of the body needs to be restored. In the breast, in the colon, in the prostate, wherever it might be. Just remember, this tiny little thing called your cells is what keeps us going. It is up to you and up to me to keep it healthy, or we will be literally challenged in our life concerning our bodies and our health because of the cell. And the only dietary supplement addresses to activate your body's own antioxidant to bring the cells healthy again is this activator and the sugar blocker. Now, I must say, before I leave, statements made about products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, care, or prevent any disease, and my number is 516-286-7079. This is massive information I'm giving you. call me. We have the sale. If you just want to, some people just want to try the sugar blocker because they're not sure. We have an introductory package that for people to buy less and see if they could start if you wish to. Wherever you want to, you could start with as low as $49.99, which is US currency. Mr. Stefan, God bless you.
All right, man. Well, Pastor John, thanks a lot. And yeah, man, I was about to ask you about my glucose, but I'll leave that for next week.
Oh, okay.
I find it looking high, but nevertheless. Until next week, have a good one.
Tell me this stuff, man, so you can now tell when you finish use it. After 120 days, go back for the same blood test and see the reading.
Okay. All right, no problem. I'll send you that today. I'll send it to you today. Today. All right.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, people. So we got to take the final break, and when we come back, we got the birthdays, and we will wrap things up. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Feeling distance in your relationship or sensing someone interfering between you and your partner? Connect with Pandit Anirudh, known for powerful and result-oriented love solutions. His effective love spells have helped many reunite with lost partners. If you face family conflict, marriage issues, negativity, or financial stress, his strong mantras bring quick relief. Know what lies ahead in your love life and future through powerful astrology readings. Many lives have changed. Now it's your turn. Contact +1 868 278 0399.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Let's get it started.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility, which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secure parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, so we're back and we got some birthdays to get to. So we're going to get to those very quickly and wrap things up. Happy 8th birthday to an amazing son, Zain. All right, you are the greatest blessing and bring so much love, joy, and happiness into our lives every day. May Allah continue to guide, protect, and bless you with endless success, health, and happiness always. With all our love, Mom and Dad, Zafir and Alicia, Sister Ari, and the rest of the family, happy birthday going out to Zain. Also, happy 18th birthday going out to Isaiah. Wishing you a happy birthday from all of your friends, Praveen, Adrian, and Michael, and many more. So Praveen, Isaiah, happy birthday to Isaiah from Praveen, Adrian, and Michael. Nice. Also, happy birthday greetings go down to Lily Sugrim. Wishing her a wonderful day and many more with lots of love from Damian, Dina, Diane, and Dylan. All right? Happy birthday, Lily. Also, good morning to you and your wonderful crew. Kindly permit me to wish my friend, the one and only Mr. Leonard Pino from Pino's Discotheque. The man clocking, yes. A very happy birthday, the 20th of May, together with health, strength, peace, happiness, and of course, many more to come. From his wife, Audrey, his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, and of course, Ingrid. All right, so happy birthday to you guys. Well, happy birthday to Mr. Leonard, actually, Leonard Pino. All right, nice. And finally, good morning, Synergy family. Please extend birthday greetings to Courtney Suknanan, all right, from Arima, who will be celebrating his birthday today, the 20th of May, coming from his sister Sally, brothers Errol and Russell, and extended family. May God bless you and grant you abundant health and strength. And thanks a lot. All right, no problem, man. So, Courtney, happy birthday, man. All right, so with it, that's it for today. We put it away. Tomorrow, we have two guests in studio. One is a representative from Hands International. Remember, they have the whole project that's going down there at the Seventh-day Adventist Hospital. So we will have Mrs. Sam Sanka on. And, of course, tomorrow, Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh will also join us and will be able to take some calls. Now remember, he's going to be dealing with industrial relations and business development. So if you are a small business or a medium-sized business and you want to improve your profit, Mr. Narayan Singh is here to help. You could call and you could put your questions to him and you could connect with him. Also, industrial relations. One of our callers this morning was inquiring about something along those lines. Tomorrow is the morning for that. Mr. Ramkumar Narayan Singh will be with us at 7:05. And we will have the representative from Hands International in with us at 6:30. All right? So look out for all of that. That is coming tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, people. We are out.